We know, or we've heard Wilder Fury contract is signed. If Luis pulls it off, is there going to be a trilogy? What's the rematch?
Man, the sole focus is for Deontay Wilder and Ortiz to fight on the 23rd. Ortiz has the opportunity to fuck this whole thing up. What better situation to be in? You know, what better situation to be? All he got to do is go out there and focus for 12 rounds and find a way to win a big ass fight. If he wins the fight, he fucks the whole thing up.
Luis, would you give him a trilogy if he wins?
Si tú ganas, le das una revancha a Wilder.
Yo estoy para pelear.
100%. He gave me the fight. It's not even to be spoken to. Yes, absolutely.
But he's put himself in the position that he has options. You know, and what better position to be the man in the heavyweight division?
Luis, does Deontay, has he improved at all? Does he have enough now in his skill set to do anything that he hasn't done before other than that right hand?
Que si tú has visto en lo que tú has visto de Deontay, que si tú crees que él ha mejorado desde que peleó contigo, que si tú crees que él va a poder mejorar y que si nomás es la derecha que él tiene, ¿qué tú crees de eso?
Pues los boxeadores pueden hacer todo lo que quieran en el entrenamiento, pero cuando llega la pelea todo se dificulta. Y el que no tenga un segundo plan tan marcado, yo tengo 7.
He says that, you know, in the videos that you can watch and in the stuff that you see him putting out there, yes, he does look improved as a fighter, and I would agree. But he still lacks the experience of actually taking it from a training facility into a fight, where someone else is trying to take your head off, and it's not quite as simple as just, you know, in a controlled gym environment. So he's got to have a plan B and C, and if he doesn't, then that's going to be the error. He's got plan A through Z, so it's, you know, it's, who knows?
I guess my question is, has he ever had a plan B or C?
Luis or Wilder?
No.
Que si tú piensas que Wilder en algún tiempo ha tenido un plan B o C, o siempre para él es el plan A a la derecha.
Supuestamente dice que tiene un plan B ahora.
No, en general.
En general, no he hecho ver. Yo soy un boxeador que subo a la rutina a tratar de buscarle los defectos contrarios.
He only started really watching Wilder when he announced the first fight with him, so he's not a fighter that really watches and studies and sees what, you know, the opponent is doing. From what he thinks, probably it's always plan A, which is just land that right hand. But, you know, he hasn't really studied him from his onset to now, so, you know.
What about Wilder's?
I have, though. Deontay Wilder is very much improved. Very much improved. Each and every fight, he's gotten better and better and better. He not only just has a right hand, he's learned how to do some other things as a professional, kind of tricky things you can watch in the fight. And with Ortiz's experience with being in there with him before, I'm sure he's picked up on that. Deontay asked for this fight for a reason, okay? Because he sees some things in the first fight that he could have took advantage of, and we know how it ended. And the same with Ortiz. The same. Ortiz will be a much different fighter than he was in the first fight. And one of the most important things will be his conditioning. He'll be able to fight all night long, and we know he has a tremendous skill set. So it's going to be a great fight. Both guys have improved from their last fight. That's why this is going to be a great fight.
Luis, ¿qué piensas de la pelea de Andy Ruiz con Anthony Joshua? De la revancha.
Pienso que este momento de Andy Ruiz fortalecer su mente y demostrar quién es él.
He thinks that it's Andy Ruiz's time to really, you know, step up and show up and show that it wasn't no fluke, and he should be able to do it as long as his mind's in the right place.
¿Cómo se acaba la pelea esa? ¿Va a haber knockout? ¿Crees que Andy lo logre otra vez?
No sé cómo pueda venir la mente de Joshua, que es boxeador, un boxeador con un fajador. No sé qué pueda pasar.
He's not 100% sure. You know, Joshua is going to probably come to do a little more boxing and a little more leg work and not just come meet him in the middle of the ring. So, you know, that makes it a little bit of a tougher fight for Andy. But, you know, you never know between two punchers, and obviously Andy, he's not a huge puncher, is big enough to knock out Joshua, so anything can happen.
Yeah, good.
I just wondered, because you hurt him so badly in the fight in the first time, and he obviously hurt him because he got the knockout, I wonder if you think there's a possibility that there's going to be some tentativeness between the two of you guys at some point, or maybe for a while, because you know that each other can really do some damage against the other guy.
Que si tú piensas que como él obviamente te pudo hacer daño en el último asalto y que tú le pudiste hacer daño a él en el séptimo, que si tú piensas que en esta segunda pelea se van a estar en el medio del ring mirándose la mano, van a tirar un piñazo en los 12 rounds.
Eso no va a pasar. Eso no va a pasar.
On his part, no, that's not going to happen. He doesn't know how to fight that way. He can't answer Wilder's side of it, but on his side, no. So maybe he'll make a fight out of it all on
Porque
his
si él
own.
no tira, yo sí voy a tirar.
Right, because if he doesn't throw, he's damn sure going to throw. So it can only be a one-sided affair as far as he's concerned. If that
And
happens.
Dan, to add, to kind of touch on that a little, I think his confidence. He has much better confidence with knowing that you're in tip-top shape. You're in the best shape of your life. And again, with the skill set that he has, he can get started a little quicker. And knowing that I can do this all night long if he has to. I think that's a big difference.
Leonard, Deontay put this statement out about this rematch during Andy Ruiz Joshua fight. Why did it take so long for PBC to announce this fight?
Oh, I can't answer that question. These guys are fighting on November 23rd, and it's a big-ass fight.
How does he feel about headlining his first pay-per-view?
¿Cómo te sientes peleando en tu primera pelea pay-per-view en main event?
No sé qué decir, pero yo me enfoco en la pelea, no en la producción.
He doesn't really like focus too much on any of that or really what's happening, and I think the entire camera crew that's following us around for weeks, for now can testify to that he's not really like, okay, let's get it done, but he's not like really. He's focused on his training. He's focused on the fight. He's focused on what we want to do. He's focused on that, and not really on the event, the magnitude, the this, the that. Maybe that'll come later. We've talked about this, so I can elaborate a little bit. Maybe it'll all come later after the fight, and he'll appreciate it a little more. Doesn't say he doesn't, but it's not at the top of the wow list for him.